What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai, so I'm here bringing another video. Today I wanted to do a short little review on something that I just recently bought at the store, and I thought I would, talk about it a little bit. So I just bought a game that just came out. It's known as Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which is a game that I actually have been talking about a little bit, and I've talked about this with some of my friends, people in general, and I've been excited about this game just because, you're taking the Mario and Luigi franchise, so, there's been games like Mario and Luigi, Mario and Luigi Superstar, Saga, and then there's been, Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story, or Superstar, or, games like, I don't remember what it was. The Luigi one. There's a whole bunch of different games. And then you're taking the Mario and Luigi franchise, and then you're taking the Paper Mario franchise. So games like Thousand Year Door or Super Paper Mario, or any of those kind of, or Sticker Star. Those kind of games, and you're taking these two franchises. The Mario and Luigi franchise here, and then you're taking Paper Mario over here, and you're putting them together, and it's a really great game. I'm not that far into it, but I'm a good amount into it, and I only got it very recently, and so I've really enjoyed the game. It definitely has some unique mechanics, combining these two franchises together to create, this one entity that's really unique and just really enjoyable and different from what I was expecting to see in this franchise. And it's been really good. Like, I'm really impressed with the game itself, and there's a good story going. It's not the most unique or fascinating story. There's a huge emphasis on the fact that just in general, like, the two of these franchises are together, which is fine. The overall story is, it could be better in some ways, because I think that a lot of times with these games, they can be really great, like, Partners in Time and Superstar Saga. Like, they had a real good core story going on, and like, the story was really emphasized. In this case, the emphasis is really on just the fact that these two franchises are together. Now, is that a bad thing that they're emphasizing it? No. But, in a lot of these other games, you have it where the emphasis is more on, like, an actual story, an actual thing that's going on, rather than just being like the classic clean-cut, Mario and Luigi kind of setup. This is one that really just takes that into perspective, and it's not bad, but it's just like, I was hoping for a more abstract story than we actually have gotten, which doesn't mean it's bad. It's just I was hoping for a little bit more in regard to story, but it's been good. It's a good game. It's just, I feel like in that regard, it lacks something, but at the same time, I really have been enjoying the game as a whole, and I really enjoy the mechanics. It's just that's just one area where I feel like I expected it, but at the same time, I think that's one area where it needs more, but it's fine. If I know it sold well. When I went to my store, I got the last copy that they had, which was really surprising, as well. And for those who do not know, this game does not just come with the game. It also comes with something which I'm going to grab really quickly. 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Took me a second to grab it. Which is these cutouts. So for those who do not know, in the game, there are these cutouts in the game. Well, there are these paper crafts that you use in the game to play stuff, and so there's different ones for each character. So, not each character, but a bunch of characters. So, like, here's the Mario paper craft, and you can actually cut these out. Kind of like pull them out. They're like tabs and all that, and you pull them out, and you can make these crafts in real life, and you can have them. So, like, yeah, that's Mario. Here's a Goomba, and you see, like, here's the inner print and all that, and it's really interesting. And then here's Yoshi, which is really cool. So you see his eyes and all that. You can tab it in and place it all together, and it's really simple. You don't need to use like any tape or glue or anything like that. It's just it's all like connected and all that. Here's Luigi, which is really cool. For those who do not know, Luigi is Paper Luigi doesn't get a chance to actually be represented as a partner in this, but it would have been nice, and there's been a whole discussion as to why that is, and obviously it would have been nice if we got Paper Luigi as his own character and got the 4 bros rather than 3, but this is fine. It's a good game, and it's a fun thing that they added. I was a little surprised that they actually would go out of their way to do this, and I didn't hear anyone talking about how they were doing this, and there's certain games that they've started doing that kind of stuff where my favorite example was Super Mario Maker, which totally did that, and they did that really well with the whole entire either hard hats or you get the Rubik's Cube and all that. That's a great example of one where they really wanted to advertise it and they did it really well. But this game has been really, really fun, really, really cool, and I'm loving it. It's really enjoyable. So if you're a Mario and Luigi fan or a Paper Mario fan, or both, even better, worth trying. Definitely say that. Definitely will say that. It's a fun game. It's a game that even if you're not the best at this kind of genre, there are ways to make it easier. And by that I mean they actually give you abilities to make the difficulty easier in the actual game. So, if you want to temporarily, there's a boss that's really hard that you want to make it a lot easier, you can actually manipulate the difficulty of the boss. Now, does that mean that it's going to become the easiest thing in the world? No. Believe me, it's not. That's not a thing. But if you're having trouble with one boss and you want to make it, a little bit easier for yourself because you're just struggling and you've lost a couple of times, then it's an option. And you can switch the settings right back after you've done that. And it's no problem at all. It's just something that I've seen and I actually enjoy it. The paper craft battles are really enjoyable. That's one thing I also really love about this game. Speaking of paper crafts, definitely a really fun aspect of the game. I wish that there was a little bit more of an emphasis on it, at least so far. I mean, I've only done one paper craft battle, so I'm sure there's more. It's just that so far, I want more because I actually really enjoyed that aspect, and I hope that there is some continued aspect. I don't know if there's a Wi-Fi aspect because that'd be really cool to go up against your friends and have and you and your friends have a copy of the game, and use your paper crafts and fight each other that way. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not sure how effective that would be, but it'd be pretty cool. There are some mini game aspects, I believe, and some post game content. It also does have amiibo support, which supports cards. The only problem, and I haven't actually been able to use them, which is kind of annoying, is the fact that, and the reason for this is that it's one of those games where it actually saves data to the actual amiibo. So a lot of my amiibos are connected to Smash. So I don't want to give up my Smash amiibos just so I can use the cards in this because I'm not that dedicated. So when I first got the game, I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, no big deal, I'll just put them in and I'll have no issue at all. And that's not the case. So it's definitely one where you have to, where cards are cool, but you have to have amiibos where you're willing to give up the Smash aspect for the cards. And I do have some, but I haven't used those, and I don't know if I should yet. I'll see. But it's been, it's a good game. So if you haven't played it, I suggest trying it out even once. And I would love to know what your opinions of the game is, or are you planning on getting it, or are you interested in getting this game? Tell me all that in the comments below. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. So goodbye, guys.